What's up guys, it's Nathan, back with another Hidden Gem video, a series when I go over titles in Game Pass and showcase them for you to play. If you want a shout out in the next video, let us know what title I need to play in the comments below. Rain in Your Parade is as silly as they come. You play as a mischievous cloud, raining on everything and anyone in his way. It uses simple mechanics like rain in some of the most creative and effective ways. Most levels work like a sandbox when you'll be given a list of objectives for you to complete, like chasing school kids down the hallway from their lesson or escorting an alien back to his spaceship. There's more to this cloud than I originally thought though. Depending on the situation, you can absorb different liquids like coffee and petrol that add different properties like chaining fire to one place to another. I was worried just after a few hours the game would become stale. That's when you gain new abilities like snow to make the floor slippery, thunder to pack a punch, and hurricanes to carry objects around the level. Combining all these together creates some hilarious moments that really make this title so endearing. Figuring out how to complete tasks like making someone fall into the lake or completing a shopping list for a grandma is similar to other games like Untitled Goose Game and Donut County. Something I wasn't expecting was the variety of gameplay. Some of the levels pay great respect to games like Zelda, Doom, and the best one of them all, Metal Gear Solid, sneaking around Shadow Moses, taking out guards to destroy that Metal Gear. It's all in good fun, and that's the best way to describe my time with this game. There's around 50 levels to complete the story, with a harder New Game Plus that follows. The more objectives you complete, the more cosmetics you can unlock for your cloud. These are little cute additions like hats, mugs, shades, and weirdly dressing your cloud like, well, cloud. To go even deeper, the game lets you draw your own face like my flawless design you can see right now. If you're looking for a mindless good time, Rain in Your Parade is a perfect game to add to your Game Pass collection. Let's kick things off with the most joyful game I've played in months. Of course, I'm talking about the 3D platformer New Super Lucky Tales. A game that caters to the younger audience but has a lot for the older generation too. It's hard to not find this adorable fox charming, from his blue cape to his simple but useful moveset. Like you would expect from a 3D platformer, you can double jump but also attack in mid-air, spinning like a helicopter to successfully reach other platforms. By far my favourite move from your arsenal is diving into the ground to find coins, secrets, and avoid all kinds of different hazards. It's not the most robust moveset, but the game does a good job of mixing it up, creating a very well-rounded platformer. This game takes a lot of ideas from titles in this genre, especially from the 90s. If you're like me and must collect and 100% everything in a level, well, you're in for a treat. Every level has 4 tasks for you to do. One of them is simply completing a level and the other 3 are optional. I would definitely say it's within these optional objectives is where the most fun lies for me. The first one is collecting 300 coins in a level, giving incentive not to die and explore more areas. The second task is mostly done in form of bonus stages, similar to the Crash Bandicoot series. Some are better than others, but altogether these can be a ton of fun, like completing a maze Super Monkey Ball style, solving ball puzzles, and collecting coloured coins within a time limit like the Super Mario games. Last but not least, the final task takes me way back to the Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong Country days, when you have to find scattered letters around the level to spell the word lucky. This game is around 8 to 10 hours long, depending on how much extra missions you're willing to do around the hubs, which is also well presented. Don't have to play every level in the world hub to progress to the next world, just enough to unlock the final boss encounter. Now I'm a sucker for these kind of hubs, allowing you to choose levels and go off on your own to find hidden bonus stages scattered around. Gathering different elements from great classics and inject them in today's gaming is the biggest strength of Super Lucky Tales. Definitely worth a download in my opinion. Unravel 2 is all about cooperation. Unlike the first one, this game lives and dies through multiplayer. Now you do have the option to play single player, but doing this you'll be missing out on what I believe is the core aspect of this entire game. Everything in this game revolves around co-op play, whether that be the gameplay, the puzzles, or even the story. The platforming aspect separates it from other games in this genre, with it being very focused around physics rather than your usual precise jumping. Now I don't know what it is, but there's something very satisfying using your yarn to swing off objects, hell even swinging off your partner, to create and utilise momentum reaching those difficult areas. It isn't just about the platforming either, there's fair amount of puzzles within the game, and this is where communication is more important than ever, as you really do need to work together, as the game requires each player to do separate tasks that will ultimately come together for a single solution. Even better is when they add the puzzles and the platforming together for the best of both worlds. My personal favourite part of the game were the more chaotic levels, and there's quite a few. Some of the most memorable ones were the forest completely setting on fire and the hilarious angry chicken that wouldn't let up. As fun as it is to play these levels, visually they look fantastic, and that's when the story comes into play. Always taking that back seat, being told through background visuals rather than verbally. The story still manages to maintain prominence within the game and tells an emotional story throughout. Starting off with two children breaking out of a care home, experiencing similar problems that bring them on a journey of bonding, anger and forgiveness. There's enough playtime that doesn't overstay its welcome, and even more levels to add to that replay value. It's easy to recommend Unravel 2, but of course if you fancy a more solo experience, why not try out the first game, which is also available on Game Pass. And there we have it guys, 3 hidden gems you really need to check out. If you like this video, please consider giving us a subscribe, as it does help us go a long way. And while you're here, why not check out these videos you can see on the screen right now. I've been Nathan, and as always, GG's.